Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about multiverse, metaverse, parallel universe as well as omniverse. So what all these concepts are and how they are vary from each and other, and through which idea, through which data we perceive to this definition of multiverse, metaverse, omniverse, or you can say parallel universe. So basically when we pay attention in the creation there is nature, space, okay, architecture, human beings, life form, five element of variety of things. When you pay attention in nature, you can say different things. First made by creator, second made by human being is also made by the creator, but one extension of it. Everything made by the creator, and then other things made by the human being. Also other animals made different things, like houses made by birds, some area created by other animals, in you can say some area in the, you can say trees are created by other birds. So first creator made different thing, and then that thing create different things. So in this human being, you can say advances a lot, and they build different things like building, spacecraft, transport, highways, other science and technology equipment, machines, robots, different things. So in this manner the concept of multiverse, metaverse, parallel universe as well as omniverse is come in the mind of the human being. Mind is made by the creator. As we grow from our childhood to adult to young to old, our mind is growth. That means number of cells produced increases. When our in our childhood, number of cells produced in our body is more than dead cells. As we grow, this, you can say, this activity happen, and after a point reach when number of cell produced is less than number of cells which are dead, then we go into the era of called old age. So in this manner our whole mind, whole body function in a best manner. So people who kept their mechanism in a good state, their physical body, their mental body, their energy body, their emotional body in a good state, that means the architecture of their mechanism is in sync with the larger cosmos, then whatever types of activity happen in the whole cosmos is automatically downloaded into your mind, and different ideas, thoughts, and different you can say imagination is coming in your mind, and on the basis of it we derive different definition, and also we, you can say, go through the reality of the creation, the mystery of the creation, magnanimity of the whole existence, and in this manner variety of concept come. So in today's video I am going to talk about metaverse, multiverse, omniverse and parallel universe, differences between them, and how people understand it by applying their body and their mind, because every human being have a mechanism. Okay, how efficiently you use your mechanism define which task you perform in the world. If you use your mechanism in a better way, in a, you can say, holistic way, in a efficient way, then you are capable of knowing anything in the creation, and very few people are able to do that, because very few people dedicate their life, their time, their energy, their emotion, their everything in understanding their mechanism. Because like a drop of water in the ocean, when you know the composition of a drop of water of the ocean, you know the composition of the whole ocean. Like sample from a population, in statistics we learn that how to draw a sample from the population, that on analyzing only that sample we give inference about the whole population. In the same manner, if we understand our mechanism, then by you can say understanding this mechanism, we know the mystery of the whole creation, because physical, non-physical, past, present, future, memory, experience, imagination, everything is present in our mechanism, present in our body. We have to just pay attention in our body, internal as well as external. What we want to do internally is completely in our hand, what we want to do externally is depend on many factors. So first, what is in completely in your hand, first take charge of it, and after that do activity in the world. In the world you may fall on many points, but internally you have no chance to fall if you pay enough attention, if you show enough dedication and determination into your life. Okay, so when we pay enough attention in the creation, in the mystery of the creation, in size, shape, color, in terms of experience, we see different things. We see stars, moon, earth, sun. Then we defined a combination of it and other different planets as a solar system. When we combine many solar system, we form a galaxy. When we combine many galaxies, we call it a cluster. When we combine many cluster, we call it a supercluster. When we combine many supercluster, we, let's say, metaverse. Okay, and when similar types of metaverse, when we combine together, we call it a multiverse. And when we combine different multiverse plus metaverse, we find a omniverse. So omniverse is the biggest thing. In omniverse, metaverse as well as multiverse both are present. And parallel universe is a concept where in every multiverse, if a universe is present, so parallel to that universe many other universes are present, so we call it as a parallel universe. Okay, like on a paper, when you draw a line at a degree 60 degree, okay, and parallel to that draw many line, and again I draw a line of angle, let's say 90 degree, and parallel to that 90 degree line draw many other lines. So in this manner, lines of 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 270 degree, 180 degree, all are representing the, you can say, multiverse. But line parallel to one angle of line is called a parallel universe. Okay, so this concept come in the mind of the idea of the people, because when they want to go beyond and see different things, so either you through mathematical deduction, through perception, through logical thinking, or through meditation, you know the concept of that our life is have some birth, some life, and some death. That means we are depend on the physical object for our fulfillment, like for food, for water, we depend on it. But non-physical, in non-physical dimension, non-physical entities do not depend on this physical entity. That means physicality has a limitation, but non-physicality have not limitation, but both have their own role to play in this universe. So in this manner, when we talk about the concept of universe, so in universe we see cluster, supercluster, omniverse, metaverse, multiverse, everything. But is that, when I talk about universe, is other universe are present besides this universe in which we live? People talk about endless universe. That means there is no beginning and there is no end of the universe. It is created, preserved for some time, then destroy, created, preserved for some time, then destroy. This cycle is going on. Many people say that after 113 creation, everything is lost and everything merged into a non-physicality. So how the concept of parallel universe come? Parallel universe concept come, for example, when you meditate, at many a time I experience, you can say, I tell you my experience, at many a time you meditate, at a same moment you are present, you can say, more than 100 to 200 places. Okay, when you meditate, either you're doing this activity, that, and each and every activity is independent of each other. In some, on the same moment, you are present on many places. Somewhere you are reading, somewhere you are sleeping, somewhere you are playing, somewhere you are watching movies, somewhere you are talking to people, somewhere you are just enjoying, you can say, ride. Somewhere you are climbing, somewhere you are traveling, somewhere you are meditating, somewhere doing yoga, somewhere you are smelling, you can say, flowers, somewhere you are eating fruit. That means at the same moment, at the same time, you are present in when you meditate, these types of dimension you can experience at the one go. So I hope, or you can say, in my thinking, these types of concept come through this process. Many people say that scientists discover through mathematical deduction and different concepts. These are just different manner, but in my experience, when I meditate, I experience this concept at the same moment. I present on a different location. So it means that in this universe I am teaching, I am, you can say, saying something about my experience in this video, but at the same time, at this moment, on other universe I may eating, on other universe I may sleeping, on other universe I may cooking, on other universe I may reading, on other universe I may traveling. That means on different at the same moment, on different places I say different things. So this concept is called a multiverse. Multiverse means many universes are present beside this observable universe. And the parallel universe, that means at the same moment, on the same time period, on different universe, different things happening. We call it a parallel universe because parallelly these things is going on. Okay, and it may not that parallel inverse, it doesn't mean that parallel inverse is only multiverse. No, combination of different parallel inverse is called multiverse. Okay, and omniverse, in which metaverse as well as multiverse both are present. Okay, so at the same time in different universe you do different activity, it's called a parallel universe. But on different time you do different activity in different arena, in different universe, we call it as a multiverse. So if you want to experience this, if you want to experience this concept, meditation is the best technique, because everyone is capable of doing it. Through meditation, every human being have a mechanism, and every human being have a mechanism. If in whichever area, in whichever atmosphere, in whichever region you live, depending on the situation of your machine, it take time. That means what time it take to achieve this goal. If you keep your mechanism on a good state from your childhood or from your adulthood, you pay attention on your mechanism, keeping in sync with the nature, it take very less time. But if you distorted your mechanism, then it may take a longer time. And many people experience this through, you can say, through science and technology, through deduction, mathematical deduction, through theory of the physics. But meditation is the best technique through which, if every human being, let's say this is a this concept, you can say, demanded by each and every human being, but we know that on many level people discriminate on each other on the basis of power, on the basis of knowledge, on the basis of money, on the basis of region in which you live, race, caste, gender, sex, on everything. But through meditation, each and every human being, in whichever region he lives, whichever gender he has, she has, whichever caste he, she has, whichever race he, she has, whatever knowledge, whatever power, whatever money is, everyone is capable of. Because for meditation, your mechanism as in the presence of nature, that means a good atmosphere is required, as well as your dedication, your time, you can say your dedication of life about this act is required. So through meditation you understand this concept very clearly. Many things are written in many different books, many people say different things, on many newspaper you read different articles, but these are experiences of those people. When you read in any book about this thing, these are the experience of the author, not yours. If you want to know this concept, many other things which are not yet taught, not yet written, not yet understand, perceive, the many things you can able to perceive, because experience of each and every human being is different from other people. Experience of each and every human being is different for other people. And also how this experience, how this concept come in your mind, how this experience, how this concept is come in our mind, because at each and every human, infinite things are going on in the creation. First by the creator, second by the human being. So if you meditate when all types of data is downloaded in your mind, so by analyzing that data you come very close to the reality, and it is your experience. Maybe that reality is perceived by the many people, but experience is your. In this concept, the exclusive right is your experience, and you can say no pressure, no money, power, anything is required. But because what you experience is automatically become a part of you. When you experience, the whole world is part of you. It's your experience. It's not a thought. It's not a, you can say, philosophy or teachings. When you experience things, like when you breathe, you experience the air. When you eat, you experience the food. Okay, when you hear a sound, you understand everything using your own mechanism. That is, it become a parts of you. Many people say about multiverse, parallel universe. These are just a concepts or teaching or a philosophy if you do not experience these things in your life. So the first and foremost important thing is, whatever you want to know, first on daily basis, I recommend or I tell you or request you that please spend some time on meditation. Because when you meditate now, old concept, present concept as well as future concept is automatically embedded in your mind, and it require very less, you can say, attention, or you can say very less work to understand this concept. Because when you meditate, automatically your mind be in sync with the creator's creation, and when you are in sync with the creator's creation, nothing is very hard, nothing is very pressurizing, and nothing is very difficult. Everything when you meditate now, you experience everything as a part of yourself. What is happening in the Saudi Arabia, what is happening in USA, what is happening in Germany, everything, like each, you are present in each and every particle. This is the reality, this is the reality. But many people are unconscious about it. Who are conscious, they know that each and every particle, each and every atom are, their presence are present in each and every atom, each and every particle. So if anything bad thing happening, any good things is happening, it directly impacted you. If you are conscious, you know about it. If you are unconscious, you may think this is happening, that's happening, you have not a relation with it, because your mind is unconscious. You do not consciously perceive or consciously, you can say, include everything as a part of yourself. So the concept of multiverse, metaverse, parallel universe, omniverse is all, you can say, many people say that's the imagination or virtual concept or a hypothetical concept, but in my perception it is the reality, it is the truth. There are metaverse, there are multiverse, there are parallel universe, there are omniverse. Because when you look at the vastness of the creation, this is not just it. When you go beyond, there is no end, there is no end, it's endless, like it's infinite. So what is infinite? It is just, we perceive that creation has a no origin, no end. Maybe its state changes from physical to not physical, maybe from first creation to last creation, because in terms of creation it ends, in terms of physicality it ends, but in terms of non-physically it always present. And when you understand that you as a life, you are not a body, you are not a mind, you are just a life, and in this mechanism you survive for just 80 to 100 years. If you are in a good if you are healthy, then you survive for 80 to 100 years. That means this life is capture this machine to do activity in this world for a few years, and after that it releases and may take another shape or may merge with the non-physicality, with the creator. And aim of each and every life form is, ultimate aim of each and every life form is go and merge with the creator, because you come from the creator. When you did, you go into the creator. In this way it depend on your capacity, your intelligence, how much time you take from go to the creator. That's why people do different activity. People do worship, people do prayer, people, you can say, respect everything, they show morality, they show different things. Because when people understand they come from the one source, and after their death they go back to that source. So why so much drama we create in this world? We have to put in this place so that whatever required in this world we do in our lifetime. It is the reality now that we, on each and every moment, we are closer to our grave. Okay, at each and every moment life and death is happening. When you inhale, life is happening. When you exhale, death is happening. At a time comes when you do not, when you exhale, after that you do not inhale, that means your life is end. So in this manner we have to understand life, its relation with the creation, relation of each and every atom of the creation, how different atoms come together and make a different things, like flowers. How flowers come? A seed we rope into the you can say soil. This is the intelligence of soil, that seed get nutrition from the soil, also take some help of other four element of existence, and that seed grow, and after some time, let's say 20-25 years, that tree become a full-fledged tree, and after that on that tree maybe fruit, maybe flower, maybe both are occurring. So it is a process of 20 to 25 years. It is the intelligence of 5 element of existence. It is the intelligence of seed 5 element of existence at time. All these 6 factor made that tree, and after that fruit, flowers are coming on that tree, and we consume food for our energy. We smell food to understand, to capture the data about the smell. Okay, so all these things are a mystery. In this manner you may derive different things when you do, because all these concepts all come from the mind of the human being, and where people who keep their mechanism with the sync with they are equally capable of knowing these things. Many things are fake, many things are imaginary, we do not have to bother about it, because people who do not keep their mind on a good state, they for the reality, they distorted the reality and they produce different things. We do not have to go into that arena. We always go to the arena of truth, we always go to the arena of reality, because truth and reality is same for the each and every human being. In terms of wrongdoing, in terms of myth or fakeness, it may vary from people to people. Like sun rises from the east, or you can say not rises from the east, sun not rises, sun is always fixed, earth is moving. So we know that in 365 days earth complete one revolution. Many people say that 720 days, 1000 days, whatever that is, but we know that truth is reality, that 365 days. By observing our different patterns of moon phases, different seasons, and by other things, we know that in 365 days one revolution of earth take place in different country, different through the, with the help of their culture, with the help of their knowledge, they made different calendar. Many people celebrate first year as a 1st January, many people in March, many people in July. That means it vary from culture to culture, region to region, but we know that earth complete one revolution around the sun in 365 days, and this is the truth. In the same manner, in terms of metaverse, multiverse, parallel universe, omniverse, cluster, supercluster, everything is not just a concept. Maybe it is a concept, but you have to find the truth, how this concept come. Is it a fake or truth? If truth, we go beyond it. If it is fake, we discard it at that point and we do not go into that arena, because for the same truth, infinite untruth, infinite, you can say, wrongdoings are present. So we do not have to trap into the wrongdoings, we find the truth. That's why in India we give highest priority, highest importance to the truth. Satyameva jayate, that means truth alone triumph. There is, whatever you do in your whole life, truth become truth. Either in this life or after your death, you realize that truth is same for each and every human being. You cannot debate on it. Okay, maybe we fight or debate on different issues because our perception is different on different issues, but truth is same. Because nowadays, in terms of multiverse, metaverse, there is debate going on between different types scientists, between different spiritual gurus, different philosophers. This is truth. Different you can say academicians, different scholars, intellectual. That means, is this true or not true? Many debate, many theory, many are going on. But the, you can say, a good way through which you can stop this debate and come to the reality is that some responsible scientists, responsible spiritual gurus, responsible people pay money, their time, their resources, their mechanism into a state where your mechanism is capable of understanding, experiencing, and also whatever your data you get, not in distorted form, in its true form. Tell to the a group of people who recorded your audio, your video, your experience, and present to the whole world. In this manner, we come very close to the reality, and it is only possible when a group of people dedicate their time, their money, their resources in this arena. Okay, so this is a very small concept, but through this concept you understand the concept of many things which are going on in this world. Okay, so sorry for the break, some emergency has occur. So we are continuing our topic on multivarious, metaverse, parallel universe, as well as omniverse. So I give you 4 to 5 different examples through which you can experience the concept of parallel universe, omniverse, metaverse, as well as multiverse. Go into the nature, go into the tropical forest where different types of life form, different types of natural phenomena like forest, a very sophisticated you can say existence of forest, life form, rivers, mountains, these things exist. Sit in the center of the whole creation. That means center in the means on one side forest, one side mountain, one side river, and one side, let's say, a plain. Let's assume this type of scenario. These types of scenery is present in many tropical forest as well as in many temperate forest. But just imagine it and just sit on the center of it and see different things. You see trees, very, you can say, full grown trees in terms of their height, in terms of their complexity, different types of life from many thousands of species, many millions of species. Some are in water, some are in air, some on land, some on tree. You say river, that is 5 elements of existence: water, a very, you can say, rich soil, a very good space, sunlight, okay, as well as some space, some etheric content. Here you just use your mechanism to perceive different things. You use your eyes to see this scenery, you use your ear to see different sounds of birds, animal, when water is flowing from the you can say from a fountain to the surface, okay, sound of that water, sounds of a tree, when leaf of a tree you can say swing here and there with from when a wind is blowing, tree of leaf is you can say blow here and there, then you also hear the sound of that air, that means you hear the sound of air, sound of water, sound of that space, because that space is also a sound of silence, okay, sound of a soil, when you pay enough attention on soil, different types of soil sound is also produced by the soil, okay, as well as sound of light in a very subtle form, but sound of light is also present. So at that point of time you experience different sounds, different types of thing with the help of your five senses, as well as other dimension are also present, for which you have to upgrade your mechanism and understand and perceive those things with the non-physical, which are non-physical in nature, through you can say enhancing your chakras, updating your chakras, okay. So physical, non-physical, different types of things, what you see, what you perceive, what you experience, each you experience all those things your own mechanism. And also just see the smallest unit you are capable of seeing through your naked eye, and the biggest thing you are seeing with your naked eye. For example, an ant and an elephant. Ant, of smallest thing, ant is the biggest thing, many other big things are present which are life and is bigger than elephant, and also microbes which are smaller than an ant also are present. But you can say very clearly you see an elephant as well as an ant in the tropical forest very easily, or very you can say easily you can get around it. But like dinosaurs, okay, mammoth animals which we see in American movies, or also may be present in the past, or maybe the imagination of people. But what we see right now, when we bet our past as well as we future, that means these types of creatures are present in the future, these types of creatures may existed in the past. So we have to first look what types of creatures are present in today's time period. On the basis of it, through some experiment, due to some processes, we create different things, and on that basis we claim that yeah, these types of creatures are present in the past, these types of creatures may present in the future, because we as a life form, we are also present in the past, we are also present in the future, and also present in this situation. But in this life form we experience present in terms of experience, in terms of our memory, past is present, in terms of our imagination, future is present, but in terms of experience, this life, this time is present. When we want to dive into the future, that time is also come, maybe we are not living, that means life is always present, but may not use this mechanism, may use this different mechanism. So at that point of time, what happened is a different issue. What happened in the past, maybe in the past we are in a different life form, in a different shape, we use different mechanism, different things, but in this time form we know clearly that we are alive, present in this time period, and using this mechanism we do different things. We are, let's say, not limited, or you can say maybe limited by this physical dimension. That means we have 2 eyes, 2 nose, 2 hand, 2 leg, and 7 chakras, different. So by enhancing, by upgrading this mechanism, we do different things. For example, for imagining, let's say we have 10 hands, we have 10 heads, we have, you can say, 3 eyes, just imagine. So we do things in a completely different manner, okay. This life form take, you can say, any kind of shape, what you imagine, what you can't even imagine, okay. We imagine 10 eyes, 10 nose, 10 hands, different things, but maybe a creature is present which is a completely different shape, and what you are not capable of doing using this shape, you are capable of doing that shape. When you see lion, deer, trees, flower, fruits, all these are life of a different shape. In terms of their activity, they do different activity. You cannot run as fast as a panther, as fast as you can say tiger, run. But in terms of thinking, you think as fast as no other animal is capable of. So in this mechanism, we have a, you can say, a privilege of a mind. With the help of that mind, we dominate on the whole planet Earth. Okay, maybe we are lacking in different area, like in running, in size, in terms of many height, like we are not as taller as a giraffe, we are not as faster as a tiger, we are not as big as an elephant, but in terms of our mind, we are transcending every other mind of every other creature. So we have to use our, you can say, we have to use our mind and do things which other creature are not capable of, but we are capable of. Because, and nowadays people do not understand the, you can say, intelligence or the sophistication of their mechanism, so they destroy it by consuming alcohol, by consuming cigarette, by doing different activity which is very harmful for their mechanism. Because we are such a sophisticated machine in terms of our body, in terms of mind, in terms of energy or emotion. If we enhance it and sync with the creator's creation, we are the source of the creator, we are itself a creator, and it is a truth. Its perception is hard because many people mess up with their mind on a many scale, but we just left our mind and just pay enough attention our mechanism without any data in our mind, without any thought process in our mind, without pressurizing our mind, or you can say driving into an area which is you can say harmful for our physical, mental, energy and emotional body. When we just pay enough attention our mind through meditation, through just you can say just sitting on a place and meditate for few hours, few days, few months, we know the magnanimity of the mystery of the creation. Because when you meditate, you know that you are a part of this creation, and you are the microcosmos, the whole macrocosmos. So nothing else is required. Just understand your mechanism and whatever you want to do in the world, in terms of whatever problem existed in the world, and whatever types of activity and tasks required to upgrade the mechanism of human being, then whatever types of machine you build up, like say we made cycle, we made mobile, we made computer, we made spacecraft, on the basis of what we are capable of doing. We made mobile because we have a hand to type, we made bicycle because we have two leg, two hand to run the cycle, we made a bike because we have a two head, two leg, as well as we have the energy to ride that bike. So in this manner we made different machine with different thing on the capacity of our mechanism. So in the same manner, to understand the metaverse, multiverse, nothing else is required. In this, the most sophisticated machine like your mind is required, and for that you have to just meditate and try to open all the dimension of the mystery of the creation. All the dimension, I mean, you take your mind on such a level that they are capable of opening everything on its own, by its own. Okay, because many things are present, infinite things are present. So if you dive into the arena of multiverse, metaverse, dive your mind into that arena and try to open all different possibility of life, all different possibility of dimension in that arena, so that when you open it, nothing else is required. And if every people meditate and try to open this dimension, so people who dedicate their more of their life in that field, and in a true, in a right path, I mean in a very close to a truth, in a reality, then you can say collect a data about this, and reality is same. So we collect a data about it, publish it, and tell to other people that this is the reality. Because to acquire trust, we have to trust the people. Is it doing right thing or not? For example, many people talk about health, but they are itself not healthy. So how you can agree with their you can say result, or agree with their data? People who are healthy, people who are traveler, when they talk about health and travel, then we believe on that people. Okay, so in the same manner, in terms of metaverse, multiverse, parallel universe, many scientists are given different theory, many philosophers given different theory, many spiritual given people different theory, but we just pay attention. We also try to do this activity by your own, but we know that our time is limited. But whatever we can do, if this topic really matter to us, we invest our time, our life, our resources into that, talk to other people in this manner who dedicate their time, their life resources into that, and then after discussion, after debate about adventure and experiences, we collect a data on that topic, and we publish in a book or make a video out of it, audio out of it, and present to the whole world. This is the reality. What is the purpose of it? Purpose of it is we want to know the mystery of the creation, and this concept solve one problem of it, because we suffering with the problem of endless universe, meta universe, mega universe, omniverse, parallel universe, this creation, that creation. So what is the truth? We want to know the truth, because this is not for what is the profit. That means not you gain much of money out of it. You can say there is a problem exists, if you not solve, you are not living. No, this is a, you can say, this is a hunger of truth, hunger of reality, hunger of knowledge. We want to actually know, we want to perceive, we want to know the mystery of creation with using our own mechanism. So in this arena, this problem solve, because nowadays many problem exist: societal problem, political problem, economic problem, scientific problem, political, economics, so cultural, many problem exist, because people do not devote their time, their life in an area which really matter to them. For example, if I have a 10 question, I must find the answer of these 10 questions, whatever it required. Either may I have go to different places, talk to different types of people, do different tasks which may take my life. If I really bother about it, really concerned about it, I must dedicate my time, my life, my resources into that arena. And if every people dedicate their time, their life to the act which really matter to them, then I think there is no problem left in the world which we are not capable of solving. Also we have some limitation, because we know that some higher energy is present above us who created the whole creation, because we know that we do not created the tree, we do not created the mountain, we do not created the river, someone else created. Okay, like a laptop is made by a company. In that company different you can say workers are present, different technical groups, people of technical background is present. They make apps, they make software, then they chip different, then they combine, they make it, manufacture a machine, and we use it. That means different types of people are required to manufacture a laptop. In the same manner, different types of, you can say, higher energy come together and create this whole creation, So if we pay enough attention on the creation, so whatever ideas we take from the nature and apply in our mind, it directly come from the nature. For example, aeroplane, bicycle, our life, everything is given by the creator. So in this manner, first we understand that human being also have a limitation, because some higher energy is present. We control over us, rule over us, but some privilege is also given to us in which manner you can take your life. So we understand the magnanimity of the creation, nature, its impact or life, what types of right, freedom is given by the nature to us. First we make laws, first one is natural law, second is law made by the human being. So we have to understand both the law, because to understand your inner mechanism, to understand the mystery of the creation, natural law is required. But we know that in human being we are 8 billion people. So and every thought, experience, imagination of each and every human being is different. So on a truth level, there are many for different things. Different truth is one, but for different region, different vary in terms of perception, it varies. So we make an organization or group on which many people talk, many people you can say gather on truth, and on that basis we organize people. That's why we make laws. That means if you deviate from the truth, we make a law to punish you to do this thing, because when any people do wrongdoing, lots of group is affected. So in this manner we make laws so that our society, social justice structure, economic structure, political structure, everything is running very smoothly. So nature's law made by human being, must be in sync, so that because we are made by the creator. So when you actually perceive it, experience it, your life with the magnanimity of the creation, all other law is just side laws, because nature's law is always first. What we made out of it is also important, but if people aware, conscious about it, law made by human beings is not required. For example, a simple law of traffic rule. If every human concerned that the whole creation is ourself, each and every life form are a part of myself. So we understand, we make a law, or we make a, you can say, legislature, that we must follow this types of steps. We first make law to aware people that we are a human being, so if we follow these types of rule, many people are safe. So initially it required to tell you to teaching and guidelines, but after that nothing is required. In many different rules are present, because in terms of their terrain, in terms of their you can say societal behavior of people, these law vary. But when initially people understand that, when people understand that, when you can say responsible people understand that, if we follow these types of rule, many people are safe. If we follow these types of rule, many people safe. But at the same time, different people idea of safety is different. That's why we make a law, so that most of the people come together and make a single law, and everyone will follow it. Not all people concerned about the traffic rule. If 10 people are concerned, 10 people come, make a law for the whole lots of population, so that if everyone follows, and also you can say advertise it in newspaper, in books, and on other television, radio, so that many people understand it, what is the law of this country, and you follow that law. Okay, because it is not required if you can say ideas, perception, and you can say concern is same, but we know that each and every human being, each and every individual is different. So whatever idea and thought of safety of each and every people is different. That's why people come together, debate, discussion, and make a law and apply this law for the whole of people in their region, whatever the biggest entity in that region is, let's say a nation. So for a traffic rule, in different lesson, different rule is propagated. So in whichever country you go and travel, first understand, and first if you want to stay here for, let's say, for travel for 2 to 3 months, you have to understand the traffic rule of that nation, travel rule of that nation, type of people who live, type of food habits, type of things are present where you go to travel. Because in different country, we at a one go on many issues we organize all people, but on regional issues, on many issues, not all people are concerned. For example, if any issue is concerned about for a particular type of region, so we have to pay attention on that region and that type of, not you can say associate every human being on that topic. If any issue concern the whole humanity, we talk to the whole humanity. If any issue concern just a regional group or part of a group of a region, then we solve problem on a regional basis. So in this manner, we have to solve problem on a local level as well as on international level, and try to propose a law which is first a regional law, then a bigger law, and then an international law, like UN law. UN law is applies to the all member country of the United Nations, and more than 193 countries are present in the United Nations. That means if a law passed in the UN, all the country of the world follow that law. That means UN law is applied to the all member country. But let's a particular law is only made by the nation India, so that law is applied in India, not in USA, not in Canada, not in Germany, not in France, not in China. Okay, so at the same point of time, first we have to understand the magnitude of the issue, then we solve it. In the same manner, metaverse, multiverse, parallel universe, all these are concepts come in the mind of the human being. It is an international, you can say it is the matter of the mind of the people, and each and every human being a mind. That means it is a matter of the whole humanity. So the concept of parallel universe, metaverse, omniverse, megaverse is the concept of the whole humanity. Every human being a capability to know, to experience this law, and it is no, this law not have a national boundary, not have a, you can say, planetary boundary, not have a galaxy boundary, because it is about the whole creation, from its origin to its end, from its beginning to its endless, from in terms of its size, in terms of its shape, in terms of its number, in terms of its parallelity, in terms of its presence in the all other universes, observable as well as non-observable, physical as well as non-physical. So this concept, we talk about local, regional, national, this thing, but this concern the whole humanity, and also it not talk about a region. It is a universal law. It is a nature's law. If human being made a law, it is a universal law. So in this manner, we understand this topic. That means each and every human being, in whichever region they live, in whichever part of the world they live, this law concerns that humanity. And many people do not, you can say many people do not open this dimension because they do not pay enough attention on their mind. They stuck into the different activity of their life, like you can say life, family, birth, do this, that thing. But each and every human being have in their life whatever you know, do not know altogether different manner, but first each and every human being must know themselves, because each and every human being is unique, each and every human being is different. So if each and every human must understand their life, their existence in this creation, and if you can say honestly pay enough attention in your mechanism, then the concept of multiverse, metaverse, parallel universe, and what I can say omniverse is a inevitable. This types of question is very inevitable to occur in your mind. So this is a very easy concept, very frequent concept, very easy concept, but many people do not understand it, do not dive into that direction, or this type of thought do not come in their mind because they stuck into different problems of their life. That is, they stuck into their life, they do not open or do not experience the fresh experience of the existence. So this is a very small video on this universe, and I talk about the importance of it and why each and every human is capable of experiencing, and it is important that every human experiences, because it is not about the universe, it is about your life, it is about your mind opening different dimensions of your mind, perceiving different things, okay, different ideas, take thought about the nature, about the creation, and about debate, discussion, and come to a closeness to the truth. So from the whole topic, the crux is keep in whatever you can say, not only human being, whatever mechanism, this life, first of life, all life, whatever mechanism, whatever shape they take, try to upgrade their mechanism and try to perceive the higher possibility, higher energy of the creation. If you are a human being, let's say I am a human being, this life take the mechanism of human being in this life, so I talk about a human being. We have a many limitation as well as we have a many privilege. So we have to, you can say, break the limitation and enjoy the privileges and try to become a full-fledged human being, and help other human beings who are not yet perceive their life in its true form, and other creatures who are not in terms of who are not getting or who are not understanding getting the mechanism of a human being, but like a birds, animal, and different things. So each and every human being has some limitations, some privileges. So each and every life form enjoy their privilege, break their limitation, and become a full-fledged life form on this planet Earth, and help the planet Earth, help the humanity, help the life form to grow to its full potential. So I hope you love this lecture and enjoy this lecture, and with the help of this lecture you gain some perspective, some different perspective about the creation, because this is my experience. Okay, so I hope you love this lecture. So namaskaram, thank you.